£40,000 on the restoration. A resto mod Lotus Elan Plus 2. What's not to like? Just can't take my eyes off those indicators.
I'm going to start the bidding at 150,000.
No, I haven't seen one before either. Welcome back to the channel and another one of our classic car auction reviews. Hopefully you can hear me over the wind and possibly some car noise in the background, because there is a track day going on, because we're at a new venue. We're at Thruxton, and we're also with a new auction house, which is Dore and Rees, and they're holding one of their classic car auctions here this weekend. And we're going to do our usual thing. We're going to go through the catalogue, pick out a dozen or so cars that interest us and hopefully interest you, have a look at them a bit closer up, and then see them go through the auction and see how they get on. So keep watching to see what we found. Now this is probably my favourite car, and if I had the budget I would go home with this one. But it's a 1972 Lotus Elan Plus 2, and you think, yeah, okay, you've seen quite a lot of them. It's in a really nice colour, this storm grey, looks really nice. But underneath is where it's all about. And as we know, Lotus stands for loads of trouble, usually serious. And on this one, the engine has been replaced by a Ford Z-Tech engine. It's got Gen V throttle bodies on it and backed up with a 5-speed gearbox. It's brilliant. I think it's had the suspension gone through. It's all been done by a well-known company called Spider, and it's just spot on, down to the fact that DVLA have been informed of the changes and it's all registered correctly with correct engine numbers, etc. Simple things like the pop-up headlamps, they are now electrically operated. They previously were vacuum and were a bit intermittent possibly. The interior is lovely, walnut dash, wood rim steering wheel, cream leather. I think it's just absolutely great. Not sure about the mini lights though. I think if it was mine I'd probably change those, but otherwise what a fantastic car. And apparently the existing owner has taken it to places like Le Mans, and I can fully understand that. Nice bit of reliable engine in there, brilliant. Estimate wise 20 to 24,000, I think that's spot on. But let's see what I know and see how much it went for under the hammer.
21,000. We'll take that. 22 now. It's on sale. No, it's fine. It's sold. It's hit the reserve. It's 22,000 here. It's going away at 22 for the Elan. We're all done at 22. 23,000. Have you got another one? Oh, that's the same one. 23. 23,000 for the Elan. Make no mistake, it's selling. 23,000. Are we all done at 23? Selling at 23,000. It's going away at 23 for the Elan. Fair warning, everybody. Sold. 23.
£40,000 has been spent on this Mini. Yep, really. It is a 1999 John Cooper last edition, and there are only 301 of these made. It was basically the 40th anniversary of when the Mini was produced, and of course back then it was, you know, the very last year I believe of Mini production. Now this was purchased by the current owner back in 2018 as a solid MOT drivable car, but it turned into a complete passion project, and they spent that £40,000 with Somerford's bodywork wise. Obviously the paint, it's got the beautiful Brooklands green with a white roof, beautiful red leather interior, and well, it's only done 41,000 miles, and you're not going to find a better one. It's had the engine gone through, absolutely everything. This is basically better than when it came out of the factory. Estimate wise 14 to 16,000. I think it'll do it, and the reason is obviously it's one of the last editions. It's had all that money spent on it, so you know it's sound. Yeah, I think it could go for strong money, but let's see what happened when it went under the hammer.
15,000. 14,500. 15,000. Okay, 15. Any advance on 15? 16 now. We've got 16. We've got 16,000. It's selling. Make no mistake. 17. 17,000. New money standing by the Alfa. 17. I've got 18 now. 18, 19, 19. Okay, it's with you at 19,000 for the Mini. Great car. Fantastic thing. £19,000. I'm out here. It's with you at £19,000. Any advance on 19? No, it's with you at £19,000. Selling away at £19,000 for the Mini. Yours, sold. Well bought, sir. 1118. Thank you.
Now, if you recognise this without any research, I will be well impressed, because to be honest, I didn't know what it was when I first saw the picture. It is a 1973 ISO Revolta Lily Coupe, and very much in the style of Lamborghini Espada with those 4 seats, and it looks like you could get some reasonable size adults in the back there. This has only had one owner between 1997 and 2024, where it was in a museum. It's come out and been recommissioned, so it's up running and driving. There was only 260 made, and only 35 came to the UK. And they came with either a Corvette engine or a Ford engine, and this one's come with a Ford engine with a 3-speed automatic to back it up. And this was a later ISO car, because they eventually wound up business at the back end of 1974. This car was restored somewhere in around about the early to mid 90s, where its colour, it was originally gold, it's resprayed in this silver colour. I think it looks really nice, I think it suits it. It's got a bit of patina around it here and there, but it's not really that detrimental. I think it's a nice, usable classic. Price-wise, 19 to 22,000 is the guide. Yeah, I think it should do that. I think it'll do that quite easily. People might be slightly nervous about the parts supply, but hey, that's all part of the fun of classic car ownership, isn't it? Let's see how he got on.
We've got bids coming in at 15,000 for the Lele. £15,000 we've got coming in on the Lele, looking for 16. We've got 15,000 here, looking at 16. 16 seated. Thank you, sir. I see you. 16. 16. We've got 16,000 seated. Any advance on 16,000 for the Lele? Great thing. £16,000 for the ISO Revolta. £16,000. We all done at £16,000 for the Lele. Fair warning, everybody, at £16,000 for the Lele. We'll put that in at 16. Are we all done at 16? 16,000.
Seen one of these before? I very much doubt it. There was only 5 of these built. It is a 1976 Daimler 66 Avon Stevens convertible, based on what we more know as the XJ Coupe body shell. Obviously this is the posh version, got the V12 engine in it. There was only ever 5 of these made. 2 remain in the UK, of which this is one. There's 1 in France, 1 in Germany and 1 in Japan, so this is a rare old beast. This car was originally supplied in green sand colour and was changed over to red somewhere in the mid 90s when it had a bit of a light restoration. I think the red with the wire wheels really suits it. It just looks really nice. It's been owned by the current owner since 1995, and they've done Euro road trips on it. They've got great history on it since their ownership, spreadsheets and things like that. It does need a couple of little bits of attention. I've noticed in other pictures there's a small hole in the hood, and the rear seat is coming unstitched. But apart from that, I think it's a beautiful old thing. 18 to 22,000. Yeah, probably. I don't know. Let's see what the bidders decided it was worth.
We've got 14,000. We've got. It's all coming through. 2 bidders coming through on the Easy Live auction on our platform here. £14,000. £14,000. Oh, 15,000 now. We're up to 15. Yeah, it's on sale. It's at 15,000. Selling away at 15. 16,000 now. It's really selling. £16,000. Are we all done at £16,000? It is selling at 16,000. Sold. £16,000.
Another car that's had an awful lot of money spent on a resto is this 1975 Alfa Romeo Spider Velos, or Veloci, depends how you pronounce it. This is a nice one because it's right-hand drive. There's a lot of these that have come into the country with left-hand drive, but what I especially like about this is I think this is the greatest era for these cars, because it's got that cut-off cam tail, and it's still got the chrome bumpers. It hasn't got those horrible black plastic ones that the later cars had fitted. It's done 86,000 miles. For me, there's a bit of that elephant in the room. it's the colour, and I really don't think it suits these cars. I think they should be red, you know, that typical Alfa Romeo colour, but hey, what do I know? This one's been owned since 2017, and that resto has been absolutely massive. I'm going to shout out what it's done. It's done the floor, the sills, the arches, the A-pillars, the B-pillars, the wings, bonnet, boot, all been replaced with new parts. It had the engine rebuilt, and it had a new loom put in, which obviously old Italian cars and electrics, we know what it's like. It's had a new hood. It's just like, there's a couple of little bits of chrome that could have done with doing, but apart from that, £30,000 spent, so you're not going to have to worry about that, and guided at just 18 to 22. I don't know, I think it should do that all right. I think this is guided sensibly, but of course it's up to the bidders.
10, we've got 11, we've got, and 12 is the bid. 12, thank you. We've got 12. 13 is the bid. 13, thank you. 14 now. 15 is the bid. 15, thank you. 15. 16,000 we've got. Any advance on 16,000? 16,000. £16,000 we've got here. Any advance on 16,000? £17,000. 17,000. Thank you. 17,000. We're all done at 17. Let's see what we can do. There is a reserve. We'll see. We'll put it in provisionally, and let's see what we can do.
As we know, I have got quite good with cars that are in the tens of thousands of value, but this one is a bit special. It's in the hundreds of thousands of value. So I really needed to find myself an expert who knew what he was talking about, and I found Nick, who is the auctioneer and operator of Dore and Rees.
Motoring, yeah.
Motoring,
yeah.
And I thought we'd have a quick chat with him. This beautiful DB24, which is absolutely glorious. So Nick, over to you, tell me about it.
So it's a 1954 DB24 drop head coupe convertible model, originally registered in Birmingham, in the West Midlands in 54. It was registered first to a guy called Dellingpole. Now Ken Dellingpole was actually one half of the Dello Trials sports car brand of the late 50s, hill climb sports cars. They kept the car for a short while. They sold it into private ownership, and it's in private ownership in the Bath area for the next 40 years. So, and then it passed into ownership again in the southwest of the UK until about 2015, and then it went to Germany.
Oh,
I was in Germany for a few years after that. In ownership in the Dusseldorf area. It's come out of ownership in Dusseldorf back to the UK into private ownership. It's just been recommissioned at a cost of around about £29,000.
So they haven't skimped then?
No, they've done it properly. The paintwork has been completely refinished on the outside. They've left the engine bay original. The interior is original. This is, we believe, the original roof.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, original vinyl roof fitted. They haven't retrimmed that, which I think is a very nice touch. In the original colours as well. It doesn't just look great, but actually it's on the button, starts, runs perfectly. It's a really, really nice car. So
you could pick the keys up and be off on a grand tour of Europe or a local car show in a heartbeat.
Yeah, you really could. Yeah.
And this one guided 200 to 250,000.
Yeah.
Reasonably confident?
I think so. I mean, there's been a bit of a market correction in recent years, and it's now representing a good value in the marketplace for a car like this. So yeah, I think we've got a good chance on the day. So.
Brilliant. And importantly, what have you got coming up next car auction wise?
Sure. So after this, we've got a German car auction weekend in partnership with 50 Supercars just outside of Bath and Bradford on Avon, and we'll be looking for Porsches, BMWs, Audis, Volkswagens, that kind of thing. And then moving on, we're at Castle Combe actually for the Autumn Classic race weekend towards the end of September, and that will be fast road cars, classics, race cars, some motorbikes and memorabilia. So
brilliant. And we're aiming to be at both of those events because hopefully we're working quite well here with Nick. So let's cut to the chase. Is this car going to do what Nick hopes it does? Let's go over to the auction and find out what happened.
170, 175 now, 175 I've got in front of me now. 175, it's 180 now, please. We've got 175. 80. 180. Thank you, Mike. 180. 180. 185 is the next one. 185. All right. 185. Thank you. It's with you, Lee, at 185. 190 now. Looking at 190. You bidding? You're out. Okay. 185. 190 is the next bid. 190 now. 190. 190. 195 now. Do you want to stay on, see how it goes? Okay, 195. 200 is the next bid. 195 here. 200 is the next bid. And 200. 200. 200 we've got. We'll submit that at 200,000 as a provisional. Let's see what we can do. We'll have a chat with the vendor, who I understand is in the room. Let's see what we can do. It's here at 200,000. Thank you very much. Let's move on. Thank you.
Very much at the budget end of the market is this nice little bit of French chic. This Peugeot 304 Cabriolet I think is really nice. Dates from 1973, and I think quite unusual for a lot of these that are in the UK now. It's actually right-hand drive, so an original UK car. With a lot of these have been imported. The current owners had this since 2003. And I think it's been off the road for a little while, because back at the end of 2024 they invested £2,160 to get it recommissioned, so it went through the brake suspension and so on, and it got itself a fresh MOT in November 24. So up, running, ready to go. Done 93,000 miles, which for something which is, you know, over 50 years old is not bad at all. The only downside, and if I was to buy it, that I'd want to look at is the seats. It's got these seat covers on it, but underneath I've had a little bit of a peek and the seats are quite tired, so you probably want to sort of commit to a retrim in some way or another. But guide wise, just £3,000 to £3,500, and I think that's pretty good money for one of these. Bodywork looks tidy, and we know it's a good runner and safe to use. But of course, it's down to the bidders to decide what it's worth.
We've got 2,200, 2,400 now. We've got 2,400. It's going away. It's on sale. 2,400. Fair warning, everybody. It is selling. 2,600 now. 2,600. 2,600. 2,800. 2,800. It's going away. It's on sale. 2,800. That's the 304 Cabriolet. Are we all done at 2,800? Going away. It's selling. 2,800. Sold.
The Mercedes SL range is one of those great Grand Tourers, and this particularly is one of those iconic 1960s design. This one's actually 1970. It's the 280 SL, and oh, isn't it glorious? It's just that iconic shape with that pagoda roof, and it's just great, isn't it? This one actually is an import. It came into the country somewhere around about 2021, 2022, and it's had since then about £35,000 spent on it, and it looks really nice. It's had a really good going through. Of course, it's got that 2.8 litre 6-cylinder engine. The left-hand drive tends to knock these things a little bit. It's got a rare addition, a factory-fitted rear seat, where you actually sit across the car, which I'm not sure I'd particularly want to do a very long journey on that one. The one thing that does stick out for me is the headlights. They are obviously not UK spec ones, and I just can't seem to take my eye off them. Those big chunky indicators at the bottom just looks wrong. They should be at the top, so if I was to buy it, I'd definitely replace those. The white wall tyres as well, I think that's a bit more of an American thing than us over here, but hey, each to their own. I think the colour really suits it. I think this nice ivory, I think, is really good. Price wise, 85 to 95,000, and I've done my research on these because this is top end of what I normally look at, and that does seem to be about on the money for one of these. So let's see how it got on when it went under the hammer.
It's on sale at 67.5. It's on sale at 67.5. We can sell at 67.5. Are we all done at 67.5? Say again. No, it's your bid. Yeah, 67.5. Are we all done at 67.5? Fair warning. Going away at 67,500. Sold.
Now, if you're one of our subscribers, and if you're not, it's a good time to hit the button because you don't want to miss any of these future classic car videos. You'll know we always have a bit of a kit car moment. And yeah, before you go on, this one actually was factory built, but this 86 Marcos Manula was available as a kit. This one, very nice car. It's got the Rover V8 under the bonnet, low ownership, and two of those owners, it went from husband to wife and then to the current owner. Only done 15,000 miles. It had a back to bare repaint back at about 98, yeah, 98, and the paint still looks really nice. And like I say, all up, it only weighs 900 kilos, so it's very much that racing history of the Marcos cars. They started this with, I think it was the Marcos GT. It had a plywood chassis, would you believe, with a Volvo engine. The Americans apparently weren't that keen on the plywood chassis, can't think why. It's got a large history file, but the last MOT did expire in 2017, so it has been off the road for 8 years. I think it'll do okay. It's guided 17 to 20. I think that might be a little bit strong. I might be wrong, but anyway, let's see what the auctioneer got for it.
Let's start it at 7,000 for the Marcos. 7,000, thank you. That caught someone's attention. 7, 8, and 8, 9. 9. It's 9 here. Are we all done at 9,000? 9,000 for the Marcos. Fair warning, everybody, at £9,000. No, 9,000.
I don't normally do requests, but after the last car auction video I did, somebody asked for an MGB. Well, here we go, MGB Roadster. But of course, I can't do one unless it's a bit different. And obviously, you can see by its paint scheme and the general stance, this is very much a competition car. Originally a normal road car, was converted sometime during the 1980s, and it is very lightweight. It's got fiberglass wings front and back, obviously lightweight fiberglass hardtop, lightweight fiberglass boot. It's got a aluminium bonnet under which there is a bored out 1800 engine. It's been taken out to 1950. It's got a Weber 45 feeding it. It's got a straight cut 4-speed gearbox, running on mini lights, more mini lights. Got the roll cage, bucket seats. Yeah, it's got everything you need. It's even got plastic windows, so really lightweight. Interestingly, I found this had actually been MOT'd back in 2019, so it has been used on the road. But what an ultimate track car weapon. This could be absolutely great fun. Get an MOT on it, tax it, historic tax of course, and you could drive it to the circuit, have a day out, and then drive it home. What a great bit of fun. Estimate wise, £7,000 to £9,000, and with the money that's been invested in this, I think that's going to be a bit of a bargain. So I think that will easily do that. But hey, let's see what the auctioneer got for it.
For a bit of 6,000 for the MGB. Whether you can build the engine for that, to be honest. Look for 6. We'll start with 5. 5,000 for the MGB. 5 now. We've got 5 here. Any advance on 5? Asking 5,500. Got 5. Asking 5,500. 5 we've got. 5,500. Thank you. 5,500. Any advance on 5,500. 6 now. 6 for the MGB. £6,000 for the MGB. We all done at £6,000. No, you're out. It's here at £6,000. Can't quite do it at 6,000. We'll move on to the next lot. But thank you for your interest.
Here's a question for you. Peugeot 205 GTI 1.6. King of the hot hatches, or is it the 1.9? Or I can hear already the XR3i owners and Golf GTI owners sharpening their keyboards to respond. But there's also another question. This car is totally original. It's done 130,000 miles and it's basically just been well maintained, been heavily documented. Is it better than the rest though? The old saying is, it's only original once, and that's very much the case with this. I've got history with these cars. I did road rally one back in the early 2000s. Didn't do that well, but hey, I had a bit of fun. This one, It's had the engine out, and it's had an engine rebuild, it's had new cam belt, water pump and so on, it's had the rear beam rebuilt, so mechanically wise it's been gone through. There are odd marks around the car, but that just proves its originality. Price wise, it's estimated at £10,000 to £12,000. I think that's probably the top end of its money, if I'm brutally honest. It comes with a fresh MOT, so we know it's, you know, roadworthy and ready to go. I don't know, I think the ones who are paying top money want something that's absolutely spotless, and despite its originality, I might be surprised, I might be wrong. Let's see how it got on.
It's coming through, got a bid of here of 6,000, any bucks on 6, looking for 6.5. We've got 6, any bucks on that, 6.5 is the next bid. 6.5, thank you, sir. 6.5, straight ahead there, 6.5, asking 7. We have 7, we've got 7, any advance on 7, asking 7.5, 7.5, thank you, we've got 7.5, now looking for 8, we've got 7.5, looking for 8, we've got 7.5, 8 here on the platform, 8 here online, no, he's out, it's here at 8,000 on the 205, I think we are done at 8,000. Fair warning, everybody, £8,000 on the 205. 8,000.
I'm going to get roasted for this. Every family has his ugly duckling, and for the Lotus 7 family, it's got to be the S4. Bit of a design departure for Lotus, rather than the alloy panels we were used to with fiberglass nose cone and wheel arches. This was basically fiberglass all over. It's got a tilt forward bonnet, one-piece GRP rear end. It was a departure that never really got very far. I believe when Caterham took the Lotus 7 design over, they basically dropped it straight away. This one's not bad. It's done 59,000 miles. Bear in mind it's a 1970 car, so what's that, 55 years old. It's in good condition. Fiberglass still looks good, but it is a bit of an acquired taste, isn't it? And I'm not sure on this one. 10 to 15,000 is the estimate. I think it'll do it, but I think it'll be more the bottom end of that one, because I think the market for these is quite small. But hey, let's see how it got on.
We'll start it interestingly. Let's start at 7. Asking 7 for the twin cam. I think the engine alone is probably worth that for a twin cam Lotus engine. Asking 7. 7 we've got. Any advance on 7? We've got 7. Looking 7.5. We've got 7,000 here for the twin cam. Any advance on 7,000? We all done at 7,000. 7,000. Let's move on.
Well, that wraps up another one of our auction reviews. This time, yeah, again, it was a mixed bag, and we seem to say that with every auction we go to. But tell me what your high points were, which one would you have taken home, and which one maybe you thought was a bit of a disappointment. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this, please consider giving us a like, and even better, if you could give us a subscribe. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.